We are live and we are back in the dead zone with Scully and me. Come on in, get connected. I'm going to throw this up just a bit for us. Sorry about that, people. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shout us out. Hopefully you guys will come in, get some connections. I got good old Spiny here. We are back in the dead zone. So let me go ahead and get us in here. Connect. Hopefully you'll come on in. We'll get some good connections. Get some viewership, as I like to call it nowadays, as well as maybe we'll talk about a little bit more detail of these types of surgeries that I'm talking about and about the back itself. So let's go ahead and boom, get on in here. Zoomy zoom. Turn down the volume. Gonna go ahead and share us out here on a few platforms. We're gonna tweet ourselves. Not really what you want to hear all the time, right? But I'm going to tweet out the live stream. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and create a post. And we will see how many people we get in this afternoon. And go from there. All right, I have just shared this out on a couple different platforms. I'm going to go ahead and refresh, and as people come in, we will get started. Hopefully, if you have some questions, I can answer them. Otherwise, I will talk a little bit more about, I brought little Spiny here to kind of give us a better visualization of what's going on. I got 2 thumbs up, so that's awesome. I'm going to have myself a little Reese's peanut butter cup. Some of my favorite foods. Yummy in my tummy. So I got my Average Joe t-shirt on today. I got to see if people are going to come in and out. I got people that are popping in and out real quick because they see that there's no one in here yet. But if you don't show up, obviously there's no one in here. Right? Makes perfect sense, right? Usually you get like 6, 7, maybe 8 people in here, and then all of a sudden more people start trickling in because they're like, oh, wow, there's more than a few people in here. Let's see if we can get ourselves some connections. And that's kind of like the trend. I've done these live streams long enough to see that trend. I almost lost a piece of chocolate there. That would have been sacrilege. I got 2 people watching. I have a ghost in the room. This is the dead zone. But I'm running this a little bit later. I got out of work a little bit later. And as our caseload at the where I work at the hospital starts to increase, I will be doing my live streams later and later, which is bad for some and good for others, depending on when you can actually come and see me. As well as, if I work more, I get paid more. So that's good for me and my family. Man, my cup's sweating something fierce. It's really not that bad up here. We just had a major storm come through, so it's cooled things down quite a bit. And I think it's supposed to stay that way at least through the weekend. Which will be nice because my family's coming into town, and we haven't seen them since Thanksgiving because of this stupid virus. So it'll be kind of nice to connect with my family again. I miss them as much as they probably miss me. Probably they miss me more since... When the heck did something get spilled on my remote control? Cubs dead. Hi, what's up? Hi, Miss Cubs Den. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. I share this out on Twitter as well as YouTube, and it's a slow start for me, girl. I've been here, what, 3 minutes? I've had a few people come in and watch and leave, so I'm glad that you're here, Miss Cubs Den. Ever so faithful as you always are, which I much appreciate. Hopefully I can, if you have any questions today, you or Mr. Blue Jeans himself, I can go ahead and help you all. I was going to talk a little bit more about my video that's coming hopefully out on Sunday or Monday. My family's coming into town, so I probably won't get there until later. Ed's Vlog, come on in. Ed's Vlog, hi my friend. Welcome, 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 Ed's Vlog. Thank you for coming. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about, I should say, my upcoming video this weekend in regards to different types of surgical techniques that they do for spines that I ended with my live stream yesterday. I kind of just dabbled in it a little bit. I really didn't talk a lot about it. Oh, Miss Cubs Den shared me out. Thank you so much, sweetie. Now, Ed's Vlog, if you don't have Miss Cubs Den, I don't know what you're waiting for, because this girl with her husband do live streams. Their time is about like 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. At least my standard time is about 8 o'clock in the morning. So, Ed, you better get connected with her if you're not. I have 3 in the house. 3 is always better than 1. I got Scully over here in the corner hiding out. Oh, so you're 6, so I'm 2 hours behind you? Hi, Scully. I got 5 watching, or 4 or 5 watching. I'm not. I got a couple people that are either don't have accounts, or YouTube is being crazy again, or I got a couple ghosts in here. You are 2 hours ahead. Well, yeah, okay. So I'm 2 hours ahead of you. Wow, that's usually never the case. I'm usually talking to people that are from the Philippines or Australia or Japan or something like that, and they're like hours and hours and hours ahead of me. It's late here, but I want to say hi because I always miss your live streams, brother. 4:25 a.m. here. Oh my God, thank you so much for coming to see me. Teacher's Bot, come on in. We got that teacher over there who teaches English in Paris, don't you? How are you? I'm doing better today, thank you so much. I was a little under the weather. I didn't show it yesterday, but I was under the weather a little bit yesterday. Welcome to the live stream. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, look at that. Ed's Vlog is asking for Teacher's Bot. Yes, she has a couple channels. Make sure you get in with her. Her main channel is English Teacher in Paris or France. I think it's France. I always mess it up. Can't be good at everything. I'm terrible with names, but great with faces. Lots of laugh. It's France. Okay. English Teacher in France. So hopefully we'll get some more people in here. I've shared out as much as I can on my streams. And I know Miss Cubs Den already has, and she's got a huge following. So if no one else shows up, it's their own fault. Out of almost 1,700 subscribers I have, 33% of them have hit the bell. So I know I should have at least 500 to 600 people that have already been recognized. That's a lot. Well, no, not that many. 300 to 400 people should have gotten a notice when I came on live. So whether they come or not, that's completely up to them. They're going to miss out on all the wonderful people that are hopefully going to come in today, as well as a little bit of free knowledge. Oh, well. Oh, man. Ed's Vlog shared me out. Thank you so much. Here listening while I'm having late dinner. Okay. Hey, how late is it in France? Are you guys, how far are you ahead? Thank you so much, Ed's Vlog. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully get some more people in here. Thank you for all that have come so far. So I'm going to start talking about, we're going to go over surgical techniques that I typically see. I'm not a surgeon. Obviously, I'm a physical therapist. It's 28 past 10 here in the evening. Oh, okay. So it's 10:28. It's almost 10:30 in the evening. Wow. You're 6 hours ahead of me. You're exactly 6 hours ahead there. Never been to Paris, but I bet at some point I better get my wife to Paris because, you know, if I don't, I'll probably be in trouble at some point. Yeah, Cubs, you're 2 hours behind me. Yeah, it's only 2:30 there. Yeah. Yeah, and they say the planet's flat, right? Can you believe these YouTube channels that try and say the planet's flat? Literally, there would be no such thing as time zones if the planet was flat instead of being round. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. So people believe anything nowadays. Yeah, I probably will at some point. My kids are young. Yeah, I started late in life having kids. My kids are 7 and 11, and I'm 44 years old. So I'm not going to let my kids home alone until they're teenagers. Probably one will be almost out of high school and the other one will be a teenager. Maybe it's at some point, if my wife decides to pry herself away from the kids, maybe we'll do it, but it's going to be several years. My next goal is to get us to Disney, so maybe this next year, I'm hoping, this winter, something like that, I'm hoping, cross our fingers, everything COVID cleared up or whatever. Vaccine, I mean, that vaccine comes out, that's going to change everything. Those 3 vaccines that I just saw today, that Johnson & Johnson, a couple other companies are all starting to do their 6-month research proposal on the new 3 different vaccines. Once those come out and one of them proves to be safe and valid, it's going to change everything. Everything will change back to what it was. And hopefully, the next time this happens, people will actually have their heads on a little bit straighter and not lie. Like China did. China lied early on. Hello, friend. NGOC Family Corporation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. I am done on my soapbox. Yeah, safety first. Exactly, safety first. So I'm hoping to get my kids, because my kids are around that beautiful peak age. If we're going to go and spend a boatload of money on Disney, that's about the right time to do it. So they'll be able to tolerate standing and walking for a long time. And my wife and I are young enough to be able to tolerate standing and walking that long. You know, you get to be that where they should be old enough to do that, and you should be young enough to be able to tolerate it. All right. Hello, Cubs Den. Yes, you want to get connected to the Cubs Den. She does live streams all the time, her and her husband. Blue Jeans Network, he has his own channel. They've been doing debates. They're doing like a series debate lately. I got the last one, which was copyright infringement. I didn't get to finish that because I was at work. Platinum Gamer and Movies. Come on in, bro. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you again, my friend. Yes, thank you for coming back in. Today we're talking about spinal surgeries, and that's going to be my Sunday, Monday video. It's going to be on spinal surgeries. I'm going to try and find some different videos, some arthroscopic videos like I did for hip surgery, and put them in that next video so you have a really good idea what it actually looks like to actually see someone's disc being taken out or a fusion. So might be a little gore. It won't be too bad. It'll all be surgically based clean. So anyways, that's for food for thought. Hopefully I won't give anybody nightmares. Ed's Platinum Gamer Movies. Hi, welcome, welcome. I'm doing a live stream also, my friend. Beautiful. Hello, Cubs Den. Nice to meet you this evening. Hope you are well. All right. So hopefully you can share me out. Hit the thumbs up. Please, 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 and thank you so we can get some more people in here. I know Cubs Den and a bunch of others already did. I did myself to my different platforms. Twitter. I don't think I did Facebook because I can't do it on this. I've tried to do it, and I did it once, and then it messed up. Let me see if I can do it now real quick. Sometimes it'll let me. Sometimes it wants the password, and I can't remember all these stupid passwords. Yeah, it wants the password, and I can't remember it. Yes, Platinum Gamer. Cubs Den says Hope you are doing well. I'm doing well too. Hope Ed's vlog. Nice to meet you. See you this evening. Well, I'll probably be going to see Ed's vlog later, won't I? What time you gonna be on, girl? Ed's vlog. What time you coming on later? Just kind of throw it in the chat so at least I can get there. You are 6 hours ahead of me, so I gotta assume that already. So you said it was 10:30 there. Oh, Platinum, you ain't part of Cubs Den. You better get part of Cubs Den. She does live streams every day. Very organized, very nice. She has gaming parts. She has debates. It's not just someone sitting there looking at their phone saying connect all the time, because that's, I mean, hey, if that's your shtick, fine. Fine. You know, knock yourself out if that's what you'd like to do. But I mean, I understand we want connections, but I want people, as well as on Cubs Den. You can see when you go to her live streams, she wants it to be a show, entertainment, not just on your phone saying connect or whatever. So, you know, if that's your thing, that's fine. That's my spiel. Obviously, if you see my other live streams, I wanted you to connect, as well as I'm hoping I can answer questions and partake and give you guys a little bit of knowledge all at the same time. 1 p.m. Philippine time. Ed's vlog. Okay, Philippine time is... Hey Siri, what time is it in the Philippines?
In Manila, the Philippines, it's 4:35 a.m.
All right, so you're 12 hours ahead. All right, so sir, it's gonna be 1 a.m. Oh, girl, man, I can't do 1 a.m. in the morning. 1 a.m. in the morning. Oh, man, that's tough. That's 1 p.m. Philippine time. They're 12 hours ahead of me. Dang. Well, I'm gonna have to. I'll put my alarm clock on. Needless to say, I'm going to be an absolute... who knows? I might be in there 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but I'll set my alarm clock. Hopefully I can wake up so I can be there. So you better be on, because I'm putting my alarm clock on at 1 a.m. there, Ed's vlog. I'm coming for you. All right, I'll see you at 1 a.m. my time. The things I do for you people. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them out there. Platinum, got you Cubs Den, nice at work. Nice at work you have on your channel. They're always nice to me. Yeah. Maybe I'll move it. You gotta move it to me. I don't care. I mean, I'll do what I can. I mean, jeepers. Last thing you're gonna do is move it for one person. There's millions and millions and millions of people on YouTube. I mean, or on all these internet-based platforms. Trust me, you know. I'm a fish in the ocean, man, or gal. I'm a fish in the ocean. So, all right. So let's start out. So I said the last one I said for the most minimally invasive type of back surgery you can have is like what we call a microdiscectomy, and that microdiscectomy is where they literally take. Let's say you had. I'm doing all right, Platinum. Thank you for asking. So if we had a disc issue, so I'm going to show you what happens to it. Well, let's bring it this way. I'll show you on a disc. So this red thing obviously represents the disc. This represents your spinal cord. This represents the nerve on the side. So if you had a disc, and your disc, oh, come on here. What's going on? There we go. And your disc blew out on that side. What they will do is they will go in. Literally, you'll be on your stomach, so they'll be in this way. They'll come in and trim that thing off, probably cauterize it, so it'll sink back in. That's a microdiscectomy. Now, a lot of times they want to do at the same time as they want to do that laminectomy. And that laminectomy is where they take this part of the bone, which is called the lamina, and they literally cut that off. They literally take that and cut that section out there. And so, as you can see, I love the eyes. I always feel like somebody's watching me. All right, and so that's without a vocal warm-up. That's not bad, right? I do classic movie reviews as well, Cubs Den. That reminds me need to do another one soon. So when they cut that part of the bone out, that lamina from that side, you can see how that frees up the nerve if that bone didn't exist anymore. And so, excuse me, it's very easy then to not have any more nerve compression. So they'll usually do a combination of laminectomy and the microdiscectomy at the same time. They'll sew you up and send you on your merry way. But the problem is if you don't change what you're doing or what caused the problem in the first place, you're going to end up blowing up that disc more. And so if you start having this, what happens a lot of times is it ends up causing symptoms on the opposite side because the lamina bone still exists on the opposite side of the body, but so that disc ends up pushing over. Now the disc, more than likely, I don't know, at 70, 80% of the time, it's really high, that when you have a disc issue, bulge herniation, it goes what we call posterior and lateral, which means it goes back and to the side. And so that's what that means. It doesn't, you're never going to get a disc, or you can, but usually you're not going to disc to blow out forwards. It can, but, and you're never going to get a disc to blow out straight backwards because you have these huge ligaments right along the spine, the anterior longitudinal and the posterior longitudinal ligament that helps really keep that front and the back in place, that disc. And so you'll end, the weak point is out to the side here. And so that's what happens. The disc goes back and out towards the side here and pushes on that nerve. And so, needless to say, if you have that part of the bone removed, now all of a sudden you got a lot more room and you keep doing what you're doing, now it blows out from the opposite side. So Platinum and Cubs Den got a connection. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's what happens. And you end up having a disc problem on the opposite side, the same level, but it's on the opposite. Where can I locate the bone neck? You mean the cervical spine? What are you talking about, Ed? You talking about the cervical spine? Think of this way. So this is obviously, this is your base of your skull, and this purplish this is just a spine that's fairly expensive and has everything color coordinated. So the purple is the cervical or the neck. The mid blue is the thoracic or mid back. The green is the lumbar spine or the low back, and the orange is the sacrum or the tailbone down yonder, and the pelvis or the hips. And these are your part of your thigh bones, your ball and socket. So just think of this piece as two of these bones that we just kind of took out of the spine and blew them up and made them larger. So kind of think of this representation like this. So this represents neck, mid back, and low back. Your entire spine is based on this. These two, or this is a representation of your entire spine, just two segments. 1, 2, and a disc in the middle. Your spinal cord in the back, the nerves that come off the spinal cord. Skinny people, you can see this bone in the back. This is your spinous processes. These bones along the sides, called your transverse processes. Yeah, that's right. See, learn something new. And so this is essentially the idea. Now, there's really only, now this is for most of them. The cervical spine at C1, the first off of your base of your skull, this first C1 does not have a spinous processes, okay? The rest of them do. That's the only one that doesn't. The discs are all that same parallel except for this last one, your L5. Good to know that. Yeah, you're welcome. Your last disc right here is a wedge-shaped disc, like I always talk about. So it's a wedge shape, not this way. So this disc is not a wedge, unless obviously I tilted it down, but even that wouldn't make the disc the shape. But it's just how your pelvis, you know, depending on your thoughts, but science-based, that at one point we were on all fours, and when we came up, that's the reason why the pelvis is like it is. The SI joint, the L5S1 is like it is. I mean, it's just a going thought, you know. Science is like everything else. I mean, it's got statistics, it's got research and everything else. But needless to say, you know, when we say something is pretty darn close, that means it's 0.00001 probably close, not 50%, something like that. Platinum and movies, you are most welcome. Great to know you like the food videos too. Looking forward to your movie reviews as well. Yeah, I hope so too, because I like movie reviews because that makes me decide whether I want to spend my hard-earned cash to go see the movie or not. And it's better when it's like, you know, someone that's not Blue Jeans. There he is. What's in the cup? Oh, here we go. He said, "What's in the cup?" What's in the box, man? What's in the box? Oh my God! What's in the box, man? Where's that from? Come on, movie. If you do movie reviews, where is that line from? That's a famous line from a movie. Does anybody know that line? What's in the... Oh, God, man. What's in the box? No, no, no. I could have been an actor. It's easy. It's not that hard. Blue Jean Network. Hi. Oh, Ed wants to connect with Blue Jeans. Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt were in this movie. Brad Pitt's the one that says that line. Oh, no, what's in the box? No. And I think it's Sandra Bullock. I can't remember. Laugh mine, you know what off. Platinum. Hi, Blue Jeans Network. Nice to meet you and see you this evening. 7 cents, Blue Jeans. You know it, brother. See, I know him. I don't know him personally, but I feel like I've heard the debates enough, and I've heard his voice, and I hear the debates between him and Miss Cubsden, and I love where she said the other day there, Blue Jeans, that she was going to punch you. She's getting violent on you, man. She's getting violent. I like it with the kids. I love when she gets the kids involved with those different, is it the different tribes of Africa? I can't remember, but it has 20, 30 different languages. She said in English is how they connect them all, but she goes with, she had her one son, and then she had her son and daughter on one that I watched, and they went, oh, it was very cute. Her daughter really got more of the dialect or accent than anybody else. I loved it. And you could see how Cubsden, how all of a sudden her accent or how she enunciates the words, like everything just like changed. It was like a light switch when she went to like the native language versus English. It was awesome. Hello, Blue Jean Network. So nice to meet you. Hope you keeping well. Blue Jeans is laughing sideways. Yeah, I know. You know, when women don't get their way, they get physical. I don't get it either. Mine's the same way. I got 7 in the house, 6 thumbs up. Oh, man. 8. 8 in the house. Anyways, hopefully we'll get some more people in here. They kind of roll in and out. My live streams, at least, they've been running like 10, 12, 8. I've had a few that are like 17, 16, 18, but that was rare. A few of them. But it's funny, after the live stream, and about like a day or so later, it's like views 130, 120. I'm like, where the heck were they during the, why didn't they come during the course? And then I'm like, okay, obvious, Joe. Not everybody's in the same time zone. Everybody could be half asleep right now for all I know. If you are sleeping, I'll be quiet. Shh. Scully will be quiet too. Mighty Heidi Dream Warrior is online. Well, thank you, Cubs Den. Please remember thumbs up for the host. I'm going to see if I can get a few people in here while we are talking. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's why. Maggie is going crazy on these live streams. Crazy. I haven't been to one of her live streams in a while. Oh, thank you, Ed's Vlog. I'm going to bed for my friend. Bed, my friend. Bye, everyone. Enjoy here. All right. So, hey, Ed's Vlog. You said 1 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, Mr. Blue Jeans. He just shared me out. Oh, I got a congratulations for Miss Cubs Dad. She's checking out what I commented on. Bye, Ed's Vlog. All right, so if you have any questions about the spine and stuff like that, since I have it here, go ahead and shout it out. But I'm going to continue with the surgeries at this point. Man, this is bright, man. That's why my face is all right, because it's like a solar flare hitting me in the face. I got 9 watching. Oh, or 9 people in the chat. That is awesome. Welcome, 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 as she says. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see if I can get as high as she does. I don't have that accent, though. Welcome, welcome. No, not that. Like, welcome, welcome, welcome. She does like that real quick. She goes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Like that. She does it really fast. Cooking with Amber. Come on in. All right, let's rock and roll. Come on in. Welcome, 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 as she says. All right, fun turns into taunting after a while, and I realize that, so I will stop. That is not nice after a while. Smash the like button and break the thumb if you ain't already done it. Amazing host this evening. Oh, thank you, Platinum. That's very nice of you. Thank you, my dear. Lower the back pain, can that be because of excessive weight or something else? Oh, that's an open-ended question, isn't it? Back pain, at least in the United States, is taken over the total amount of what a particular diagnosis cost in the United States a year. It used to be the common cold. It's probably COVID now, but it was the common cold for years. Insurance companies spent the most in relative terms with a diagnosis. Oh, alternative tongues. Alternative tongues is in the house. Come on in, alternative tongues. Welcome, 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 brother. Hey, hey, hey. It seems like you've been late today. Yeah. My job is starting to pick up. And so I'm making my live streams, obviously, when I can get home from work. So, yeah, they're a little bit later. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. My parents are coming in. I was hoping my mom would show up in the live stream and she could tell me when she thinks they're going to be here tomorrow. So I'd have a decent idea when if I can do my live stream tomorrow. If they come early enough. Maybe I'll have my mom in the live stream. That'd be kind of cool, huh? Have mom in the live stream. Shout out to you, host at AdJ. Yes, AGPT. You know it, brother. You know it. All right, so we're talking about the spinal surgeries, but Blue Jeans wants to know about back pain. Is it because you weigh too much? Well, like I said, the most the United States spends now is actually on low back pain with any specific or particular diagnosis nowadays. Welcome, Alternative Tongues. Awesome name for a channel, and nice to meet you here. Platinum and Get a Connection. At Cubs Den Blue Jeans Networks, thank you. I'm at work now, so can't keep up. Oh, sorry. I know you've been working more too there, Alternative Tongues. Yeah, Mama Joe's going live. Almost sounds like a restaurant, right? So the reality is there's actually not much research. Most of it's anecdotal evidence. Regards that there's not a lot of research that says depending on how much you weigh, you're going to have lower back pain. There is tons of evidence that says that your hip and knee cartilage will wear out much faster as you weigh more. And for that is for every 1 pound you're overweight is 3 pounds of extra pressure on your hips. And for every 1 pound you're overweight, it's 4 pounds of pressure on your knees. So yes, you wear your cartilage in your hips and your knees out much quicker when you're obese or overweight in general. But there's really no hard evidence that says if I weigh a certain amount, I'm probably going to have more lower back pain. So that's what I mean by anecdotal. There's no real clear evidence. Now, if you tend to weigh a lot more, all right, and it's just fat, your BMI is high, it's not muscle, you probably end up doing a lot of sitting. So if you do a lot of excessive sitting, you probably end up sitting wrong because your muscles are not strong. You don't have enough tone in your abdominals as well as your back muscles to keep you up aligned. And so yeah, there's kind of a domino effect. If you weigh more, you probably have a sedentary lifestyle and you probably end up sitting a lot more. You end up sitting incorrectly and you end up causing a lot of excessive joint pressure that I talk about in those facet joints as well as the disc. So yeah, there's no direct correlation between weight and low back pain, but there's a lot of indirect relationship. And so if you get up and walk a lot more, all right, and start to just do, whether it's light exercise, which would mean something simple as going to the pool or just walking every day, you're likely going to have less back pain. And they're like, oh, I'm losing weight. Must be I have less pain. That's not true. It could literally be just because you're decreasing the stress on the joints in your spine as well as the disc because you're not sitting so much. As well as obviously you're bringing more synovial fluid in and out of the spinal joints because motion is motion and reduced stress helps bring synovial fluid to those joints, and that could easily reduce your pain. As well as, yes, the obvious, you will get stronger in your abdominals and your lower back, and also decrease stress on your spine as you lose weight and continue to exercise. But I think that there's really a lot of contributing factors that go on when you start doing just light activity when you have low back pain instead of sitting or being very sedentary. So that would be my spiel. And I could have a lot of backup evidence that would probably, and I'm sure almost every healthcare professional, from medical doctor down to a physical therapist or therapist assistant or nurse practitioner or physician assistant, whoever would probably agree with me that that's probably more what's going on. Oh, I really love the editing skills, my friend. That's Ed's Vlog said that. Yes, I've spent quality time learning how to do editing appropriately. I started out probably January, February, starting to do editing. I used to do a lot of shortcuts where you'd see me and I'd do some cuts so it would break up the tension or feel like you're moving along the actual video itself. And they did okay. They didn't do any better, and they took a lot of time. One, because I was learning it, and two, it takes a lot of time to cut up that stuff and have it make sense so that the vocals don't do this. And then all of a sudden, you're talking and the voice doesn't move with the lips. You don't want none of that. So, how am I doing? Charm67 channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in and get some wonderful connections. We got some live streamers here. We got some long-time content creators. We got some newer people here. We got some people grinding. I try not to, I hate that, hate's a strong word. I don't like the word grinding. I do understand what it means, but the reality is we want viewership. When you grind, the reality is more times than not, you're not getting a viewer. You're just getting a sub for sub. I hate to break it to you, but that's probably what you're getting. And once you get over that 1,000 subscriber platform number, the rest of it, who cares, right? 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 subscribers. If you ain't got no viewers, it doesn't matter. All you're doing is talking to yourself. So be mindful of that. And so when you make your content for a broad view people. Hence, if you see my stuff or a bunch of the other people's stuff, that's what happens. You want your content to be timeless, as well as you want to, hopefully help a lot of people. Whether it's educational, whether it's entertainment, or whether it's, comedy, it needs to be timeless. Otherwise, your video 6 months from now, no one's ever going to see it again. And then you did all that hard work, and you're only as good as your last video. Forget that. As much work as we put in this stuff, you don't want that to be. So be mindful when you make your videos, and I've been doing that for a while. Try and make your stuff for a broad audience as well as make it timeless. Thank you, dear Ed's Vlog. Oh, Ed's Vlog, she's got one eye open because she's half asleep. It's like, what, 4 a.m. or something like that there. It's, let me get some vocals here. It's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. I think that was Matchbox 20. Yeah, that she said, baby, yeah. And I can't help but stand at home sometimes. The rain's gonna wash away, I believe it. Thanks also, Joe. Well, you're welcome, Charm67 channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, if you can, if you'd like, if you're willing, if you're able, if you could share me out and share Scully out, we'd love it. If not, we understand. We're just glad that you came by. Sing, sing, sing. You don't want me singing. Singing therapist. Oh, it's 5 a.m. here. Five watching. Let me refresh this just in case I mentioned a few. People coming in and out, as well as I understand people. They get tired of my antics after a while. Come on. Oh, it's taking a while to refresh it. There we go. 7 in the house. All right, yeah. Looking back, all the memories of the dance we shared beneath the moon and stars. From the moment that all the world was right. Oh, look at that, you saw that last one. You'd ever say goodbye, and I didn't know the way it all would end. There you go. The way it all would go. Our lives are better left unchanged. It could have missed the pain, but I didn't have to miss the pain. Joe, I have pain in my shoulders. You probably have pain in your ears from me trying to sing. Let me go get my shoulder blade. I'll be right back. Yeah, I like how some of those people sing and they have like they have their mic and they have a filter in the front. I'm sure I could sound pretty good with some of that stuff. I mean, almost anybody, even Scully could sound fairly decent. I mean, if you're not tone deaf. I need some medicine and what? Please, what? Please what? Blue Jeans, please what? Stand up and shout. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up and shout. or do they already exist? Maybe come up with a bodysuit to help with sitting correctly. No, no, no. If you have bracing reduces muscle activity. Over time, you have muscle weakness, which just reinforces the dysfunction or the faulty posture in the first place. Postural stuff is garbage. That's all people just trying to make money off of you. All right, so we got somebody that's talking about shoulder pain. You have a good voice. Oh, that's very nice of you to say that. Well, the only good thing is I won't make people's ears bleed, but there was a, if you've ever seen the TV show, and there's a couple of different TV shows of this around the world called American Idol, but they got American Idol in Australia and Japan and everywhere probably. But they had this guy on there, and he thought he could sing. He couldn't sing at all. And it's because he probably was tone deaf. But just speak slowly, Doc. I hear everything. Speak slowly. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the shoulder here for just a second. And so going over the basics here, if you're having, now this is just for the shoulder. Now there's 3 bones that really make up your shoulder. So for your hand to go over your head, hey, there we go. Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom, when are you and Dad getting here tomorrow? Oh man, lucky Scully has no ears. Oh, that's terrible. You're mean. Now I know why your wife wants to punch you. All right, so let me go ahead and maybe my mom at some point will answer my question. When are they going to get here tomorrow? But anyways, there's three of these bones: your shoulder blade, your clavicle or collarbone, and your ball and socket. All those 3 bones here have to move in certain directions for your hand to come over your head. And so this is literally your right shoulder. Your collarbone's right here. And so as your hand comes over your head, your shoulder blade has to rotate. My mom says, not sure. Oh, that's great. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Is it going to be in the afternoon, you think? Anyways, as she decides what she's going to do. Hi, everyone. My mom says, hi, everyone. So as your hand comes over your head, the ball has to drop down. The shoulder blade rotates and the clavicle rotates out. If adds vlog, excuse me. The skull smiles. Yeah, it's Scully. You didn't know Scully smiles? Yeah, Scully smiles. And so there's the mechanics have to be as so. If you're having any kind of what we call impingement, that means right where my finger's at, there's a muscle on the backside of your shoulder blade right in here that runs all the way over and attaches to the front here. That's called your supraspinatus. All right. Oh, God, my eyes look terrible. Teacher's Bot says, love and love. Thank you for sticking around, Miss Teacher's Bot. Say hello to the Eiffel Tower. Say hello to the Eiffel Tower for me. I think it's, I'm sure you've probably seen it a million times. I've never seen it one. 10 amazing people in the house. Don't forget to give the thumbs up. Yes, absolutely, Ed's Vlog. Absolutely. I got 11 thumbs up so far. And that's awesome. I'm glad I'm getting more than one. More than one's always fun for me. And so, as you raise your arm over your head, Eiffel Tower doesn't speak, Doc. Neither does Scully unless I say so. Literally, unless I say so. Right? I kill myself. So yeah, when it comes to shoulder pain, never towed with my car. We are hopefully leaving at 7 a.m. Okay. All right, so I'm expecting 4, 5 at the latest, something like that. Take your time. Joanne's got to work all day. Kids are going nowhere, and I might actually work a couple extra hours at the hospital if they need help, so no worries. Sorry, folks, she's not going to be on my live stream tomorrow. Sorry. Maybe I won't do that. I thought about doing an edited live stream. Maybe I can, if she will, maybe I can get her in my next video. Maybe I'll get, if she wants to, I'll give my mom a few lines to say in my next video with Scully. What do you think, Mom? You want to be in my next video with Scully? I'll make you look up. Wait. What is from that Young Guns movie? I'll make you famous. I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride, and I'm wanted, dead or alive. Wanted, wanted, dead or alive. Welcome back to Ed's Vlog. Nice to see you again. VL Kitchen Tales. Get on in here. You're new. Oh, VL Kitchen Tales. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want you to smash my like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will come over to you when I can after the live stream today. Come on in. You are new. You are new to everybody in here. Hopefully get some good connections in here. D-Low Flow Music's in the house. That boy raps. He rapped to Jesus. I saw him yesterday in front of his computer. He was spitting out bars in front for Jesus. So he's doing more of that now. Apparently he's found Jesus and found faith, and he's making some awesome videos. And hopefully you'll go ahead and subscribe to him. He's awesome. I like his stuff, and hopefully you'll like it too. Platinum Gamer, we'll check you out. Nice. Why is it hell for reviews? This thing should... No. Crazy how sometimes this thing says it's hell for review. That shouldn't be hell for review at all. Love from Nagaland. Where is Nagaland? I've never heard of that place. Where is that place? Ed's Vlog has Scotch tape. Or is that slippers? I can't know what that emoji is. But anyways, so when it comes to shoulder pain, like you asked, northeast part of India. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Thank you. I am so excited when I get everybody here, as well as people that I would never be in contact with in my entire life. And I hopefully can give them some information that can help them. That is very awesome. Very exciting. I love to have that. Thank you, Cubs. I knew about God a long while ago. I fell back in the faith, came in, back strong for him. All music will be for him. Oh, good. Welcome, everyone. Please remember 2 thumbs up to share the stream. Sweet. At Platinum Gamers and Movies, thank you from Ed's Vlog with much love with a kiss. Look at that. All right, 10 in here, 13 thumbs up. Hopefully you can share me out if you've done it. Much love. If you haven't, please, for Scully and me. If you're too busy, I understand that too. I'm just glad that you actually came. All right, let me get talking a little bit more so you guys can get some connections. So they were asking about shoulder pain. There's a problem with this. I mean, there's a lot of things. It's kind of like I always say my analogy is the runny nose. A lot of things cause a runny nose. NG's family company says, love. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there's a lot of things that can cause a runny nose. Allergies, head colds, viruses, sinus infections, right? A lot of things can cause a runny nose. A lot of things can cause generalized shoulder pain. Postural, rotator cuff tear, some sort of rib alignment issue, active trigger points, latent trigger points. The mechanics of the shoulder are off. So I would implore you to go and look at my playlist under shoulder pain. And I go over a lot of different nice little videos that go over like rotator cuff tears and how you would treat them at home, what you should look for, postural reasons for shoulder pain and treatment techniques you can do at home, like taping techniques, falling on a rug. What are you talking about, Mom? You said you fell on a rug? What? You better speak up, Blue Jeans. Is it really that simple to pop back a dislocated shoulder like you see in the movies? No, and I'll tell you why. Mom, you fell on the rug. Oh, Alfred, thank you so much, Miss Charm67. Coming on in here with another beautiful channel. Thank you so much. When we were in the red house. Oh, well, you were horsing with Ed, my brother who left us a long time ago. Yes, I remember you and Ed were wrestling. I might have been 5, 6, maybe. And you guys were in the kitchen, and you slipped on the rug, right? Is that, if I remember correctly, and you hit your shoulder. Shared you on my wall on YouTube. Thank you so much, Mr. D-Flow. Much love. Need to bring my CP in the bathroom. Oh, computer? Yes. Oh, I remember that when you... Yeah, well... I mean, what I know now and what probably happened is you probably had a sprain of your AC joint as well as probably a rotator cuff strain is what happened. And so as that healed and you were the tough woman you are, you know, you got in the shower and passively worked it, unlike a lot of people would probably baby it, but what can I say? I come from good stock. Hello, Alfred Anton. Nice to meet you and see you this evening. Hope you're keeping well. Yes, thank you, Alfred Anton, and also alias Ed's Vlog. They are one and the same. Thank him so much. From the bottom of my heart, I need 3,000 watch hours. Right? I thank you. A little bit helps. Hopefully, at some point, this boy is going to get monetized. Scully's going to become an animatronic knockout. I'm going to make him so his head moves, he talks, his eyes glow. Oh yeah, we're going all out with him. Hello, Aunt Kenny. Nice to see you, meet you this evening. Yes, that's my mom. She is not a content creator. She's here because she loves her son. Lucky me. I'm blessed enough to still have my mom and my dad. And they're coming to visit me tomorrow. Me and my wife and my 2 kids. So we're very excited. Take your time, Mom and Dad. We're not going anywhere. Obviously, we want you to go a lot slower because you're pulling a trailer. We're not going nowhere. We'll be here. That's right, Cubs Den. Oh, yes, I haven't seen my parents since Thanksgiving. They live in Tennessee. I live in North Carolina. All right, so that's my spiel. But, you know, so let's talk about, he said, you know, like Mel Gibson in, what's that movie? Where I think it's the first movie where he, you know, he goes and throws his shoulder against the wall and puts it back in place. It don't happen that way, folks. Only in the movies. But I can't remember. He did 3 of them. Him and Danny Glover. Not 48 Hours. what the heck's that movie called? Him and Mel Gibson and Danny Glover when they were young. This is an 1980s. They did like 3 or 4 movies. And then, see, I'm terrible with, I can tell you all about the movies, but I can't remember the title of the movie at all. I think the last one had Chris Rock in it, and it had Joe Pesci in one of them. Lethal Weapon, thank you. Thank you. I should ask Blue Jeans from now on. He knows all the movies. Yes, Lethal Weapons. So, you can dislocate your shoulder back. Okay, you can have a dislocation posteriorly, but you have so much muscle girth in the back of you. The reality is your ball is not going to dislocate that way. Plus, you also have this bone right here, which is all part of the this shoulder blade. As you can see, it's not going to dislocate up because it's hitting here. It's not going to dislocate backwards just because it can, but more times than not it doesn't, because it's got a lot of muscles back here. Your entire posterior capsule, all these muscles that come off of your shoulder blade as well as the spine come over and make up this whole girth part, this muscle bulk back here. You dislocate 9 times. Hey, eBay media's in the house. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get your rear end in here. eBay media's in the house. Get some connections. I'm talking Blue Jeans asking me about a dislocation of the glenohumeral joint, which is what we're talking about. All right, hi host. Oh, Miss eBay Media just shared me out. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When you dislocate, more times than out of 10, it's going to be in an overreach position like this. eBay Blue Jeans says, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Mr. Blue Jeans. So you're going to dislocate. It's going to be in this outstretched, or what we call a cocked position, or like, you know, when a pitcher in a professional team cocks their shoulder back to throw forwards, that snapping kind of momentum motion is how you're going to have that dislocation, and you're going to dislocate anteriorly or forwards. And so this ball, as I've talked about, this whole tissue here is the socket. So if I took this ball out, which I can't because I'd ruin the model and I don't want to do that, the socket part is mainly the end part of your shoulder blade here, the scapula. eBay says, thank you, Blue Jeans. The hard part of the socket of your shoulder is very shallow. The glenoid labrum is soft, thick, fibrous tissue, and that is what deepens the socket and actually makes the ball socket. And your ball is kind of like in this hammock. And so as you raise your arm up over your head, the ball goes, or what we call approximates, or gets closer to the socket as we come up over our head. And it does, the head drops down as our hand comes up, and it also rotates a little bit, as well as the clavicle rotates, and your shoulder blade goes this way on your ribs on the back. If I ever get an entire spine, you'll be able to, I can see it in my head, but I can't describe it. If I had the ribs and an entire spine, it would make more sense. But down the road, we'll get there. Anyways, so at this point, we're not doing that. But, so what happens is as that ball dislocates forwards, you have all the muscles all of a sudden contract. Just think of your bicep and your tricep. You just boom, like that. You get that strong contraction in there, and you ain't putting this ball back in place. Not unless you're, you know, they're going to give you drugs. They're going to give you, whether it's, they might give you Ativan. They might give you, which is an anxiety type pill, to calm you down, hopefully get the muscles to stop. They might give you some muscle spasms. They might give you some morphine, tramadol. Welcome, Ed. eBay says, welcome, Ed's vlog. They're going to give you some sort of medication calm down your system enough so that they can kind of pull down on the ball, rotate, and come back in. Remember, the mechanism of injury is this way. This is how it dislocated. So the mechanism of relocating is not this position. All right, you got to come back. You got to distract down and internally rotate and push in on the ball to come back in place. Now, I'm not a physician. They can show you better than I can. You could probably Google it like that and show you how to relocate a shoulder, but you can't do it naturally. I mean, if you got traumatized, you know, and you fell and it dislocated and you fell again and it relocated, well, yeah, but you probably broke something. Something's broken in here now, folks. You know, whether it's your scapula or the head or the shaft of the humerus or any part of the scapula, you know. So when people say they relocated their shoulder from a dislocation, it probably was a partial sublux shoulder or something like that. They have ligament laxity or their ligaments are overstretched and they relocate. A lot of the times, I mean, if you dislocate your shoulder from like falling off a ladder or a roof, or, you know, you fall on a stretched arm on, you know, God knows what, you're going to have to go to the emergency room. They're probably going to give you x-rays, medicate you, and then put it back in, is what they're going to do. So no, Mel Gibson was phony baloney. He didn't put that in himself. But it sure did make a good movie though, didn't it? So how long does a dislocated shoulder take to heal, and how do you fix a dislocated shoulder at home by yourself in isolation? Well, the first thing is you're going to have to go to the hospital to get the thing relocated. Unless you have some sort of witch doctor or something like that in your tribe or something like that can relocate your shoulder. I'm sure, you know, a physician assistant, I'm sure I could easily be trained to do it myself. You should obviously get x-rays when you dislocate a shoulder so you didn't fracture anything. If you have a fracture in here, whether it's a fragmented fracture or what we call comminuted fracture in the business, or a fracture of the shaft or anywhere along this area, that's going to change the whole business. If you haven't fractured anything, it's just everything's outstretched, and you haven't torn anything, which is probably lucky, then yeah, then you can go ahead and get the thing relocated. You'll go to physical therapy, like I've seen plenty of people through the years, post relocation, or well, I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head what the term is, but there's this, I guess relocate, set, or whatever you want to call it, depending on what physician that you're talking to. But, and then you go back to precautions. The precautions you're going to have after something's relocated is you can't come back into this position for probably 4 to 6 weeks. That's like no duh, right? All the ligaments, the labrum, everything was stretched out, and so it would be much easier to cause a re-dislocation or partial subluxation if you put the shoulder back into this position, you know, a week or two after having the trauma take place. They're probably going to be all black and blue all over the place, underneath their arm, on their shoulder, all over the place, just because things got torn in there. And so they're going to work on passive motion. That means someone else does the motion for you, hence the therapist. They might work on pain management if you have a lot of neck and trigger point pain from it. They're going to work on icing and educating for positioning. They'll work on then active assistive motion, which is like a stick or dowel, pulleys. And then within that 4 to 6 weeks, they'll start working on active range of motion. And then at some point work on strengthening what the physician says. So it's probably 6, 7, 8 weeks, somewhere in there. As long as you didn't fracture anything, as long as you didn't tear any of the rotator cuffs and you got lucky, that'll be kind of the gist of the protocol. But all of this is out the window if you've torn the labrum, or you've torn one of the rotator cuffs, or you've got a fracture in the shaft or the humeral head or the scapula or anything like that. If you've done any fracturing or breaking there, then yeah, all bets are off. It's gonna be a totally different ball game. You're looking at more therapy, more protocols, more precautions and stuff like that. So, you know, no two falls, no two subluxations or dislocations are the same. That's what makes my job fun. So it's not, you know, cookie cut all the time. But we do kind of get to see the same thing over and over again. So when you have eyes like I have for a therapist for 20 some years, you know, when you see it once, you see it a million times. You know what's going on with the mechanics of the shoulder, what muscle's probably irritated and causing a lot of the pain. So I got to get some more soda. That's right, that's what was in my cut blue jeans. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to get some shoulder. I'm going to get some soda. Hopefully share me out if you haven't already. I'll be right back. Hopefully get some connections. Free staycation, yeah, right. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm back in the dead zone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm back. Oh, D-Flow's watching some cooking. Oh, thank you, Miss Alfred. D-Flow says, thank you, network. Okay, so this shoulder right here. So that kind of gives you an idea. That's something in my teeth. About the shoulder. Any more questions about the shoulder? I'm going to go ahead and put it down and talk about the spine some more. We go all day with the spine, right? I would love to work with Sonny. I would have to find out how. Oh, Sony. You need a sign to reach records, bro, or Sony. Okay. It's good, Joe. Thanks. Okay. So, my next video, like I said, just remember we're pulling this apart. My next video is all about surgeries that you can have for spine. So we talked about the microdiscectomy and the laminectomy. Let's now talk about spinal fusions. So sometimes what they'll do is they'll go in. I love watching your channel and network. Nice video. I enjoyed it too. Oh, that must have been. I assume you must be talking about someone else. Okay. Sometimes when the spine is so unstable. Thank you, Flo. Compliments, compliments, compliments. We all love compliments. And so when we look at why do they need to do a fusion in the front of your spine as well in the back, more times than not, they're just going to do the fusion in the back. So you have a small little incision, probably about that long. This maybe an inch or two. Hello, host. Oh, coming on in. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Crazy Chef is in the house. Stealth is in the house. Hi, host from Ed's Vlog community. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Thank you for coming on in. Hopefully you subscribe to my channel. I do live streams Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I drop my videos normally, my edited videos with Scully on Sundays. This time it'll probably be Monday because my parents are coming into town. I'm doing series now when it comes to my edited videos. Hopefully you get some good connections in here. Hopefully you subscribe to my channel. I will come over and subscribe to you, hit your bell, and obviously I will be coming to watch your content. Blue Jeans, D-Flow Music, we are connected now. Woo! Welcome, Pinoy. Yeah, that's right, eBay Media saying, hey, 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 Stealth is giving me some thumbs up. Wow, awesome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on in. Some people are out and moving and watching and hopefully coming back. So we have like 13, 14 floating around here, I think. eBay, well, Pinoy Crazy Chef says, eBay, welcome. eBay says, welcome also. Okay, so when we talk about a lot of times this wedge-shaped disc. Oh, thank you so much, Stealth. This wedge-shaped disc down here on the bottom, this is your last disc before we get to the tailbone. This is where most times than not, most people's problems with their lower back is in this area here, this L5-S1 area. Because this is the only disc that's a wedge shape, it's pointed down. If you see, excuse me, if you see this sideways, you see how these discs up here are parallel to the floor, all right? And this disc here is not, it's tilted downwards. And so a lot of times, some of the surgeons, they'll go in and do the fusion in the front as well as screws or rods in the backside. So they'll do what they call a cage, and they'll really hold that L5-S1. And it seems like, I know the ones that I've seen, and I haven't seen that a lot. Some surgeons do that, some surgeons don't. At least my personal view, the ones I've seen over 20-some years, the ones that do the anterior and posterior fusion at these last 2 segments, even though it's more invasive, they tend to do better. I don't know if it's because they just get more stability. What happens when the doctor says you broke your tailbone? Well, that's because you fell, right, Mom? So my mom is being beautiful, she always is. And she's keeping the stream going because she knows I'm faltering and she tends to sense when her kids are faltering. 16 in the house. What? Get on down. Get on down. Get on down. Get on down. I got 16 in here just a second ago. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Boom, boom. Oh my. Boom, boom. See, Flow Misk? I can't rap. But I know what a beat is. Boom, 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 boom. Georgia Bulldogs, welcome. Come on in. Let's get some connections. They got people coming in and out. Georgia Bulldogs, new to my channel. I want you guys go ahead. I connected with them a couple weeks ago. They are new. I got a lot of new people in here today. I mean, when someone massages my back, I hear some racks. You hear some racks. Oh, you probably meant to say I hear some cracks. I said Sony on Facebook. A message. Let's see what they say. Nice job. Hey, all they can do is say no. Stealth is giving me a crying emoji. All right, I got 15 in the house. Thank you so much for sharing me out. 16 now. Much love to you all. I got to answer my mom's question. What happens when you break your tailbone? Your tailbone is this last bone. That's way down here. That's not your spine. That's not your sacrum. That's your tailbone. We come together and support one another to be successful. Calling out all small YouTubers. That's right. Thank you so much, Crazy Chef. And so this tailbone, when you fall down like that and you break this off, that's it. It's just floating inside there. And so, needless to say, I haven't looked in all the research to see what happens, but needless to say, they don't fix it. Wow, you all are here. Thank you for coming. That's right, Ed's Vlog. Thank you for saying that. 19. Whoa, they're blowing us up. They're blowing us up. Called small YouTubers. We're coming together to support one another. Wow, you all here. Thank you. I always support people. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, you all. 19, I think that's the biggest I've ever had at one time, folks. And it's all because Scully. It's all because it's Scully. No, it's all because you guys are very nice and you're willing to give a little bit of your life, your time to me. And I plan on repaying you all back. And hopefully you get some good connections, as well as hopefully you get some answers and questions, and hopefully give you a little bit of knowledge at the exact same time. Yes, thank you so much for hearing me. Ed's Vlog is also Alfred. They are one and the same. Thank you so much for the positive encouragement. I really do believe. Thank you so much. And I'm hoping you enjoy the content too. As well as me being a little wacky and zany. Yeah, it is. It's one of these coconut. They're really tiny. Oh, thank you so much, Blue Jeans, for keeping me running. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, my dear. Miss Cubs and Blue Jeans. They do live streams all the time. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 6 o'clock in the morning their time. You got to see them. You want to get connections. You want to get bigger. You got to go to these people's channels. Get other people with other opinions besides your own. Take your views and really open them up, and you'll get a lot more people, and hopefully you'll get a lot of people that will come and like your content. And when someone really likes your content, they're going to keep coming back. Hopefully not only for viewership and subscribers, but hopefully, you know, you can actually rope them in and they actually like your content. And I'm hoping that happens to some of the people like me. When I had Ed, the doc said he lifted head and caught it on my tailbone. Yes. That was my brother who passed away. She's talking about. So, if you look at the pelvis here where the baby sits and where he comes, obviously, this is your pubic symphysis. This is a cartilaginous tissue. As your hormones and as you start to get in later into your third trimester, third trimester, this starts to expand and open up so that the head can come down in to obviously the pelvis. And as you can see right there is your coccyx. And some people's coccyx is turned upwards. Not everybody has a coccyx that is tailed downwards. And so some people, as the baby comes through, if it's come up like that, they can hit on that tailbone. So that kind of gives you an idea, Mom, what can happen. And so, and also obviously depending on, obviously they have to turn the baby around so that the head is facing this way, not downwards. Or they have the head come out and then they twist it. They twist the head of the baby as it comes out, Normally, obviously, head first. You're not breaching, which is terrible. So, yes, that's what happened. So, thank you, Cubs Den. What did Cubs Den say? I didn't catch that. Thumbs up for the host. Oh, sorry to hear you lost in brother son. Yes. Yes, it changes you your entire life. You're never the same. I never talk about it much because it weighs on me. I just don't say anything. Thank you, Cubs Den. It's a real miracle human body. Absolutely. It took millions of years to get like this. Not 6,000. Oh, I just insulted a lot of people. It took a lot of years to get like this. Ah! Wait, how'd that look? Oh, I missed it. Oh, there we go. Now that was a scary face right there, folks. All right. We are a million years old. Lots of laughs. Well, we're old. I don't know how old we are, but we're not 6,000 years old. I'll tell you that much. All right. Enough of that. Much love to you all. Just connect with you. Oh, Cubs Den at D-Flow. D-Flows, we are family now. Oh, D-Flows, you just got Cubs Den. Oh, boy, aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky? You're so lucky because she is fun. And Blue Jeans, he's fun too. Two separate channels and they come together. They're live streams and stuff. Excuse me, that's soda indigestion. So many props, that's right. You gotta give it, gotta give it. Oh yeah, I'm here to give props. I'm here to do shout outs all the time, as well as give you guys some knowledge. I'm not about like, oh, I'm gonna say only to who people I like or whatever, who gives me thumbs up, whatever. This is my, people work hard. I know you're all working hard on your channels. You're spending time doing that versus watching, an old episode of Brady Bunch or something like that. Or Gunsmoke or Bonanza or, I don't know. I watch all this stuff. What did I watch? Oh, I'm watching the, right now on Netflix, when I get a chance in the morning eating breakfast, I'm watching the autobiography of Garth Brooks. I just watched the first 20 minutes of the first episode. Garth Brooks is a famous country singer in the United States, if you don't know who Garth Brooks is. But he's been around the world, I'm sure. I don't know if if you're not country music, if you don't know who Garth Brooks is, he's a really famous country artist. And he was really big in the 90s and the early 2000s. But anyways, he's got a really good biography, at least the first 15 or 20 minutes of the first episode. Anyways, that's what I'm doing when I'm not doing this and YouTube and the kids and everything else. So I get about 15 or 20 minutes in the morning when I'm eating breakfast. If I'm not watching Cubs Den. So a lot of times I'm going into Cubs Den because I know she's coming on at that time. Flint, Michigan Gaming in the house. Flint, Michigan Gaming's in the house. Get on in here, bro. Connect, 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 connect. Just tuning in. Scully looks bored. Yeah. He's mad because I won't give him my last cookie. Love Garth. Yeah. Hey, Mom. If you have Netflix, I don't know if you do or not. It's a real, I mean, I've watched 15 or 20 minutes. You're probably going to love it. It's a nice biography. It's him in it. It's his ex-wife. She's in it. Trisha Yearwood's in it, his current wife. It goes all the way back where he's like back in like Oklahoma and Arkansas. And it's really good so far. I really like how they've edited and made it. I'm sure, I like it. I'm sure you probably would too. Welcome, Flint, Michigan. You better believe. That was Joe and everyone, Scully, tuning in. That's right. Get some connections in here. Hopefully, if you can share me out. A lot of people already have. Much love to you all. Thank you so much. If you're new to this channel, some of them are, most of them aren't. Please subscribe. Leave a comment so the YouTube algorithm will throw you over onto my email. I can just click on my email and come right to you. Subscribe, hit the bell, and start watching your guys' content. Anybody that comes to my live streams, I try as much as I possibly can to come. I already got my bell on, so I'm already getting your stuff. So, Scully, I was watching one of the earlier videos. You are funny using him. I try. One of my earlier videos, I didn't have any graphics. I just had this voice in the ether. And then I'm like, you know what? I got to start learning some of this graphic stuff. So I started, and I'm continuing to learn, and I'm sure I'll continue to learn. Adobe After Effects is what I use a lot for a lot of my stuff. I use a couple different music stuff. I use special effects sounds and stuff like that you probably don't even realize, but I'm using it during the video. If you watch it long enough, you might be able to pick up on what's the music versus what's a special effect, or you might not, because I'm hoping that the special effect is so good that you don't realize I'm even doing it. So, I shared to Facebook for you all. Oh, awesome, good job. I will definitely connect to you guys too. Hope YouTube does not keep taking people away. I see them, then YouTube takes them away. Yeah, you know what's happening there is, it's either, usually, not always, usually one of three things. A, the comment was not appropriate for the video because YouTube has really good kind of artificial intelligence, so to speak, and they can actually understand phrases and text. And if it doesn't make sense with that video, it's going to go to spam. If they didn't watch the video long enough, it's going to go to spam. And so if you hit the subscribe button and you watched 30 seconds or a minute, and your comment didn't make any sense, or you just said cool, or you just had an emoji, something like that, yeah, it's going to spam. YouTube's not going to make that a connection. So be mindful of those little things that's going on. YouTube's they're high tech. They got high tech, state of the art stuff going on in the back. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company, okay? They got high tech stuff running in that background that we don't even see, that's going on all the time. All right, and so we're not fooling the algorithm here, people. I wish we could, but we're not. And so yeah, you'll lose that stuff, as well as you'll get drop-offs if people aren't coming to your videos and they subscribe to you months and months and months and months and they never came back. It drops off. I guarantee you'll lose subscribers because of that, because they never came back. Or like happened to me, like I said earlier in the week, yesterday, Wednesday's live stream, I went through my almost 1,700 subscribers, and I had like 25 that just gone. I went to their channel, and YouTube caught. They said, too many YouTube whatevers, and YouTube deleted their channel. So I went to them, and YouTube just says delete them. They don't exist no more. So I had a bunch of those. So you can get drop-offs just because of that, because YouTube kicked them for whatever, too many red flags or whatever. So You start getting over 1,000 subscribers or even several hundred, and I had like probably another 50 that haven't made any videos in 2 or 3 months. So I had like 50 of those that, you know, and so I probably got, my YouTube probably dropped them off. Or, you know, I wonder why those people ain't coming. I'm like, well, they haven't been on YouTube in 3 months or hadn't made any content in 3 months. So that happens a lot too. So yeah, a lot of that stuff, don't beat yourself up a little bit about it, because, you know, make sure you're just looking, like you look at the impression. This is what I do. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm a content creator. But Tuber Chat, which is a subscriber of mine, and I subscribe to him. Tuber Chat, he can go over this stuff much better than I can. And probably also Blue Jeans and Cubs Den. They've been doing this a lot longer than I have. They probably have more to say about it than I do. But in the back, I look at a couple things. I look at the impressions rate that I'm getting. I'm looking at my click-through rate from my impressions. And the most important thing I'm watching is my unique number at the end. That unique number going up means that people, after they've impressed, YouTube has thrown my stuff out there, thumbnails and videos, they came and clicked on me and they stuck and stayed. So I'm getting like 2,500 I'm getting every 28 days. So right now I'm getting like 55,000 impressions every 28 days. My click-through rate's like 4.3%. My impressions is like 2.1, 2.2K. So that's what I'm looking at all the time, making sure that's going up. Or if it's flatlining, I'm looking at my videos and see what the heck's going on. Is it the content? But I know since I started my series, I'm seeing a lot more growth, so to speak. That's because YouTube is throwing my impressions out, and I'm getting some more connections because of that. I think that's what's happening. My watch hours, I'm looking at it in hours and not in minutes. So I'm about, I think I'm about 1,200 hours right now. So I'm 1,200 hours. I don't know how many minutes I am. I don't look at that because that's depressing to me. I want to know what it is in hours. And so I'm about 1,200 hours. I'm probably getting, for my videos, my edited videos, if I give them about 2 weeks, I'm getting about 4 to 5 hours total on my 5 and 6 minute videos. So that's what I'm getting at my videos at 4 or 5 minutes. I'm getting about, within a 2 week period of time, I'm getting 4 to 5 hours on a 5 or 6 minute video. On these live streams, I'm getting like sometimes 15, sometimes 20 hours per live stream. This is my biggest live stream yet, but you can see I'm getting fluctuations throughout the live stream. And so I've had as many as you've seen, 18, 17 in here, but it dips back down again. Once you pop out and come back in, I lose those watch hours, I lose those watch minutes. So even though I had a total amount, they're looking at across the board how many watched, you know, throughout the whole thing. So Stell says, you don't want to monetize your channel. I have 97 public watch time hours. How about your watch hours? Okay, 1,200 is better than 400 a few weeks ago. Awesome. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, probably about a month ago, I was probably at 400, something like that. I've been doing these live streams Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for about a month now. He has to have 4,000 hour watch hours, 420,000 minutes from what people said. Yes, yes, that's YouTube's monetized. You have to have 1,000 you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have 4,000 watch hours views. And so then they go ahead and YouTube actually has someone that goes in and evaluates your channel, make sure you haven't broken any type of laws or YouTube's policies and procedures, and then they will deem you whether you're monetized or not. My content is education, scientific based. So technically, my channel should get a higher monetized value view or per view because of the type of content I'm making. I'm not making vlogs and silly jokes and entertainment. They get a much lower monetized value per view than people that do education-based views. So there is a, you can look on, it's on YouTube. The actual website, it says there is basically 3 types of dollars, or whatever you want to call it, whatever your currency level is in your country, what your currency is. But the United States, it's dollars for me. You know, each type of category, education-based, entertainment-based, and whatever else, those have different monetary values to them, as well as where your channel views are getting watched at. So if I was getting all my views watched in the United States or Great Britain or UK or something like that, I'll make more money with those views than I will if I get views. Oh, excuse me, that's from soda. Excuse me. Then if I get all my views, let's say from the Philippines, or if I get all my views from, you know, Mongolia or India or something like that. They also, those are the kind of the 2 main things will depend on how much your view is worth. So spot on, Doc. That's right. So Cubs Dead knows this stuff better than I do, but from what I've read, I mean, I can read and write. I'm not illiterate. I'm fairly educated, as you obviously can tell. But I'm, you know, I'd be as modest as I possibly can. But if you can read and write, you can read the policies and procedures for yourself in regards to YouTube and Google. I mean, they're owned by Google, so. All right. I want to say thank you, first of all you people that have stayed. I know I appreciate it much, 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 much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Dr. Average Joe. Yeah, technically you could call me that. How long does it take for monetization to happen? Well, that's a whole different ball game. I was with my wonderful lady who was here yesterday. She had a couple different of her channels. She had 40 Boulevard in here. She had, oh shoot, I'll forget it now. But she had 3 of her channels in here. And we talked about monetization yesterday. At Flintwood Gaming, you have to get the 1,000 subs and 4K watch hours in a 12-month calendar year. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Miss eBay Media. Yes, and it's a revolving 12 months. And what I mean by that is I started my channel in November of last year. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. My battery died for a second. Sorry about that. Also, that 4,000 watch hours is a revolving time date-wise. And so if I started my channel, which I did in the late November of 2019, and it comes to November, whatever, 2020, if I don't have all of my 4,000 watch hours, it's now going to push me ahead. It's going to look at December of 2019, and then it's going to look at December of 2020 timeline. If I don't meet it in that timeline, they're going to look at January of 2020 and January of 2021. So you can see how it pushes along. And they do that because in reality, as you move along in YouTube land or this platform, you actually hopefully get better, right? and you get more viewers, you get more time, and obviously you're going to be a lot smaller time watch hours in the beginning than you are at your current rate, because you got, you know, you've been at it longer, you're better at it, and all that other jazz. And so yes, but you can have, if you can get 4,000 watch hours in 3 months or 2 months, and you have 1,000 subscribers, then you don't, yeah, then you can go ahead and try and get monetized. There's not, you know, it's not, you have to wait 12 months. I mean, it's whenever you can get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So, behoove you if you can get it quicker. Awesome sauce, but, you know, it's probably going to, I don't know how long it's going to take me. If I stay at the same rate and I keep getting better, I hope by November. I have no idea. You know, they say, I say they, I mean YouTube when I say they. What I've read of the different vlogs and stuff is it literally is like a compounding interest. You know, when you get money, you get compound interest, and it obviously builds. 2 turns into 4, 4 turns into 8, 8 turns into 16, 16 turns into 32, 32 turns into 64, so on and so forth. They say that's how YouTube is. They say you start small, and as you get your content better, you know, you do things better, you get better, you know, more viewers, more, hopefully people that like your stuff, and you get compound, and all of a sudden, it's just the floodgate starts to open up. You know, you quote unquote blow up. Some people do. If you stay consistent and you realize, you know, you need to change some things like I've done and everybody else has done on their channel, you start to make some things a little bit different and see if people like that, see if they'll bite at that. And if they like that, you do start doing that more, try something else, as well as keep doing that, and they bite at that, and you keep doing that. And next thing you know, if you look at my channel today versus where my channel was in December or January of 2019, 2020, it's not the same as what it is today. The gist of it is, I'm still a physical therapist. I still do, you know, pain management and reducing pain and stuff like that. But my content and the way I present it, everything else about it, it's changed. And when it's going to continue to change, because I keep saying that I'm going to change Scully, so he's going to be animatronic. That's going to change how I present my content and stuff like that. So you just keep making things a little bit different that people like. And if they don't like it, you stop doing it. I had those 2 guys that were kind of wacky and zany, Dr. Know-It-All and Dr. Cool Cats. People really didn't like it. They watched some of it, but I never got any increased views from that. So that was a lot of work. Dressing up, doing the part, changing into another dress up, doing that part, editing all 3 of that stuff together so it makes sense. That took a lot of extra work, and if people didn't like it, I liked it, but I was glad to get rid of it. It was extra work. And so you got to be mindful when things ain't working, time to ditch it and do something new or try something a little bit. Don't change your whole thing, because you're going to lose everybody. But anyways, you guys know this stuff. I'm just talking off the wall. Now I know. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe. I only need 12 more subscribers. I've already hit 4,000. You've already hit 4,000 watts? Well, yeah, because you do video games. That's how you did it. Yeah. You see, my content is, as you could, hopefully you watch my content, you can see that mine's, you know, 5, 8, 10 minutes at the most. I'm trying to make my content, as you should see over the last 4 or 5 videos, I'm making them smaller. I try and make my videos no more than 6 or 7 minutes because people aren't watching it. Why am I making longer videos if people aren't going to watch it? So that just is less work. It's less work for me. So needless to say, I'm making my videos a sweet spot for me. If I can do it, sometimes it's hard for me to make the content good enough, or at least thorough enough. 5, 6, 7 minutes. That's like my sweet window right there. Any more than that, I'm wasting my time. No one's watching that stuff. Except for, you know, my faithful followers, you know, like my mom and a couple of you folks out there are going to watch or try and watch to the end. Or if you fall asleep and it's still playing, something like that. But Oh, 15 watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody that's here. Thank you, everybody that's come here today. I want to thank you, everybody who's brought in their extra account. Or yeah, I guess it would be an account, right? You're a second account or whatever. You brought that stuff in, or you're just playing it in the background and you're eating, or you know, whatever you're doing in your daily lives, and you're giving me some love, giving me some watch time. Hopefully I can at least entertain you, at least like the radio. That's one thing I'm thinking to try and do. I don't know what you all think about this, but if I can make my content not only visually stimulating, obviously visually stimulating, but if also I can make my content vocally stimulating. So I want to try and start doing that at some point, because I think if you can make your voice more stimulating to people that want to hone in and watch it, I think they'll do better. I think you might be able to get people to watch it longer, whether they're eating dinner like some people are, or exercising or whatever. I'm going to try and not change my content, absolutely not, but I want to see if I can make my voice a little bit better sounding, a little bit more appealing. So I already do Adobe After Effects voices, and I modify my voice and I modify the music and stuff like that, as well as my special sound effects, but I want to try and start to do that. I will have my other account running you. I'm heading out now. Bye, everyone. Bye, Miss Cubs Den. I will see you tomorrow morning during your live stream. Thank you for coming, my dear. Oh, you guys are awesome. If I was a crier, I'd be crying right now. It really does. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That's some nice people. They don't have to do this. They never physically met me, though. I mean, I've met them this way electronically, but I've never physically met. That's how nice these people are. I mean, that's really awesome. I really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, folks. Oh, good idea. 1 second. I'll bring my other channel to watch you. Oh, Flint, Michigan. Thank you so much. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to give you a little bit more tidbits that I haven't told anybody before. So, shh. Don't tell anybody. And you don't tell anybody either, Scully. You'll be quiet on this one, folks. Now, welcome everybody. That's right. Thank you, Miss eBay, for sticking it out. Thank you for connecting. I got a bunch of people that just left their stuff going because they're awesome, and they left because obviously they got other things to do, but they stayed over an hour for me, almost 2 hours. That's love. That's being very nice. Thank you so much. So gaming, so cute, little turtle. You know it. That's Vlogs. Got connected to Flint, Michigan. Okay, so one of the tricks of the trades here that you might not know about is this. Now, the two discs in your spine that usually have the most problems is this one down here that I've talked about, L5S1, because 50% of all your movement bending forwards and backwards is from this one segment. And the other segment, do you have some live streamer? Me? I have all my live streams are in my playlist. It says entitled live. It says entitled. It says entire live stream. Oh, there she is, 40 Entrepreneur Drive. I just woke up from a nap. Thought I'd check in with YouTube. Saw you were live. What's up, Mr. Joe? There she is, 40 Entrepreneur Drive. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. You're missing all the good connections. I know some of these people you already know because you were here yesterday And so they are back for some more fun, as well as I got some newer people. I play it to my laptop layer to support you. Thank you so much, Stealth. Yes, my entire live streams, as well as all my videos, are on that one entire playlist. And obviously all my other playlists are cut through. Like I have a playlist for my back, all the treatment techniques for your back, all the treatment techniques for your shoulder, hip pain, knee pain. My first series I've done that I completed is on hip pain and snapping hip syndrome. I did 4 videos specifically on snapping hip syndrome. The first video was discussing the anatomy and the different types of snapping hip syndrome. My second video was different treatment techniques you can do at home for snapping hip syndrome. My third video on snapping hip injury was The third one was the different surgeries that they will do for snapping hip syndrome. I actually have arthroscopic surgery video in there, so you can see that. Oh, Bonnie's in the house. Bonnie Rose. And everyone, how are you doing? Get on in here, Bonnie Rose. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get on in here, girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get on in here. We got a lot of people in here. 24 thumbs up. I got people that are out and coming back, so there's actually more than 13 people. A few of them, Mr. Blue Jeans, as well as Mrs. Cubs Den, they left their stuff running. So they left, but if you want to connect with them, they do live streams. I'm sure they would definitely get back to you if you commented on one of their videos. I'm absolutely certain that they would. I play them all, the 7 videos in Boulevard, and 8 videos from your playlist. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, my entire playlist, tab, I guess we call it tab, has all my videos and all my live streams. That's probably, I don't know, 24, 25 hours. I haven't counted it up, but I'm sure it's at least that. So there's a good amount of watch hours on that entire one live stream. But like I said, I have my other playlists are put into different categories for people who want to, hey, I need to know about getting my neck pain better. You know, I'm going to go in and look at the videos that either talk about maybe I have a disc problem in my neck, or maybe I have postural issues with my neck, or, you know, maybe I have facet syndrome with my neck, and this is how I would treat it at home. So I have that kind of stuff in there. Taping techniques, massage techniques that you can do on your own, postural exercises, strengthening exercises, positioning techniques, TENS unit. I have all types of different treatment techniques that you can do for your different injuries on that playlist. I know, it's crazy, right? It's a lot of stuff on there. I think I have like probably 75, 80 videos just that are edited videos on ankle, knee, foot, you know, plantar fasciitis, bunionectomy, ankle sprains, heel spurs, arthritic knees, ACL surgeries, meniscal tears, hip replacements, knee replacements. I mean, you name it. So I got a lot of stuff on there. Rotator cuff surgery, all kinds of stuff. So I'll go over different types of treatment techniques that you can do at home. So there's a lot of good stuff. At least, I mean, obviously I'm biased. It's my stuff. But, you know, I think there's good stuff. There's good content on there. If not, at least I'll give you maybe one of the answers on Jeopardy. You're so professional, and your video's amazing. Well, thank you. I mean, I'm trying to actually, my last 2 videos, I'm actually even...
Sorry,
oh,
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Well, Siri, I'm not talking to you. You scared me to death. This watch just scared me to death for a second. Dinner time for me. Gotta run. We'll leave your account watching. Thank you so much, Flint, Michigan Gaming. I'm getting called back to work Monday. I bet there will be a lot of my factory co-workers that would be interested in some of your content. Which playlist would you recommend for me to share? Oh, my dear, you're so awesome. Well, if they're having back pain, I have a back playlist that has 6 or 7 videos on it. One for stenosis, one for back sprains, one for herniated disc, for muscle imbalance. If they're having shoulder pain, I have a shoulder pain playlist that's in there. If they're having knee pain, I have a knee pain playlist in there. I literally have it broken down to the different joints in your body that you need to do. You have ankle pain, or you have foot pain, or toe pain, elbow pain. I went over carpal tunnel syndrome and the type of brace that you need to buy at Walmart or sporting goods store. I mean, I got stuff on. I have a couple extra videos on balance, different balancing exercises, and where you can buy a balance foam or what you can use at home to challenge your balance and different balancing exercises. I have that. And then that's in a category. So they have neck pain. If they got, I got a lot of neck pain. Well, Average Joe PT go to his playlist and go under the category that says neck pain. Click on neck pain. It's that simple. So, oh, Absolute McGregor, the drawer is in the house. If you like people that draw, Absolute McGregor. You like people who draw and draw with colors, Absolute McGregor. Gotta watch him. Gotta watch him. I love watching their draw. I love people who draw because I can't do it at all. I don't have that skill. Hey, I can't be born with everything, all right? You get what you get and don't have a fit. So whatever I got, I honed, I shined, and hopefully it gets me somewhere in life. Thumbs up for the host, guys. Thank you, Miss eBay. eBay Media's in here. Get connected with her. Come on in. She does all types of edited videos and live streams. You're so welcome, Absolute McGregor. Flip Michigan's in here too. Gamer. Get in there with Flip Michigan Gamer too while you're at it. My mom says thumbs up and love. Oh, thank you, Mom. You're amazing host. Keep doing this kind of live stream. That factory floor has everybody jacked up in so different ways. Guess I'll just share your page. That would be awesome. That was absolutely, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, Miss 40. Boulevard 40 / the several different channels that she has and all that other stuff. Make sure you're getting, she does live streams, she does edited videos. She's a small businesswoman, as well as obviously she's going back to work. Hopefully being safe. I'm sure your factory is going to keep everybody 1,000 feet apart with a mask or whatever. Psalms, Lance, get in here, Psalms. Psalms like the Bible. Get in here, Psalms. I got, Psalms, you got to get connected with my brother here. Where is he at? You better still be in here. D-Flow Music. D-Flow Music needs to get involved with Psalms Lance. D-Flow Music just got in touch with Jesus again. And he's doing all kinds of rap and music for Jesus and the faith and all that other good, happy stuff. So you guys need to connect. I mean, if that ain't a match made in heaven, I don't know what is. You like that play on words? Match made in heaven? Come on, people. Come on, that was beautiful. I mean, I couldn't plan that. He won't even say nothing. This guy, I'm telling you, he better start talking. Yes, thank you. So yes, definitely, if he's still here, if he's not, I wish he was, go ahead and get connected with him. Psalms Lance, make sure you get connected with D-Flow Music. His last video I saw, he's doing some rapping and he had Jesus on the monitor or whatever like that. So make sure you get connected. Bonnie Rose, beautiful Bonnie Rose. Make sure you get connected with her. Absolutely. I got 40 entrepreneurs at Flint, Michigan. Trying to get a connection there. Michigan Pontiac in the house. Yeah, poor Pontiac went down when the housing crash of 2008, didn't they? Jesus, oh so. I mean, is the someday with the name of Jesus or somebody actually rapping about Jesus. He raps about Jesus. That would be interesting. Well, he does. His last video, Miss 40 Entrepreneur, you better get connected with D-Flow. His last video was I don't know, 3-4 minutes, something like that. It was so short, couple minutes maybe. I watched it this morning, so go over there and get a connection with him. Connect. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. I'm not even doing my anatomy stuff. I'm getting connections and not even doing that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Charm 67's channel still here. I'm so sorry. She's still watching. Oh, I missed you. Make sure you connect with her. 67, Charms, Ed's Vlogs, eBay Media, Stealth, Absolute McGregor, Flint, Michigan, 40 Vlog, obviously Bonnie Rose. Obviously D-Flow Music, you should be still here. Shame on you, you're missing some active people. But make sure you guys connect with D-Flow. I'm sure he'll subscribe back to you. Teacher's Bot was here. She's also the French teacher, or English teacher in France. I got it right this time. And she's still here. She's not. Cubs Den left, but they left their stuff playing. So please, if you're not connected with Cubs Den, or if you're not connected with Blue Jeans, make sure you get connected with them. I'm missing. Oh, there I'm missing. There they are. Pinoy, make sure you're connected with Ed's Vlog and also Pinoy Crazy Chef. Make sure you get some connections there. I think that's about all of them. If you have the ability to scroll up, but that's who they were. Or are, I should say. Not were, are. Present tense, not past tense. All right, so before I went on a complete slant that way, I was talking about the two main discs, the big surprise. I always talk about this one, the disc here, L5S1, that's 50% of your movement. That's the reason why this tends to have problems with it, as well as C6, C7. That little bump in your neck in the back is C7. So this one right here. This one right here is C7, T1. T1 being thoracic. Oops, I'm losing my voice. Thoracic T1. So this one right here, right where my finger's at, because 50% of your flexion or forwards and your extension back occurs from this one segment. 50% of all your bending forwards and looking up occurs from this segment. So obviously it's much easier to have a disc issue in there when it's been you use it all the time. Especially if you have a very forward head or you have tech neck, you're looking down all the time, you can really irritate the disc as well as the muscles that I talk about on my neck playlist. So that's the those are the two spots that people are going to have. You can have a disc problem everywhere else, usually not in the thoracic spine because of the ribs and some of the other stuff that we talked about in the past. But if you had a Jeopardy question and you said, what are the two discs in the spine that are more likely to cause problems with people? C6, C7, L5S1, and that's why. All right, folks. We're going to call it a live stream. So we got one more live stream this week tomorrow. Hopefully you guys will come if you can. If not, that's okay. I'm glad when you all come. Hopefully you got some really good connections today. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit, as well as hopefully had a little bit of fun with Scully and myself. And like I always say in my videos, if you ever watch my videos to the end, we always say you better look up and keep smiling, folks. All right, see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.